Hey everybody, welcome back to Out of the Gate. I'm Justin.
And I'm Max.
And I'm Brandon.
And Weston is not here.
He, for some reason, had to drive 2 hours to go get a dress that he's wearing on his own. Anyways,
No, I think they got it like altered, and the only person they could find to alter it this short of time, and this short of time was 2 hours away.
That is,
we're
that's wild.
We're just going to do this. We're just going to
Why
give
am
it
I-
all to you.
Why?
It obviously can hear me.
I'm really not talking that quiet.
There we
It's in
go.
a face towards you, and I'm still talking louder than you.
I don't know, man. Oh, by the way, that's how you do the intro. I noticed that you had some troubles last week with it.
Yeah,
That's how you do it.
we don't do it. And
You've done it before.
I had never done it.
Yeah, I made you do it one time.
No, because remember, I said, and then I froze up, and then I had him do it. Because remember, Chase freaked out. He goes, "Why would you do that?" Do you not remember?
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
episode
that's right. Yeah, I
4.
tried. I tried to get you to, but you wouldn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's all right. He forgets words sometimes.
See, what you guys should probably do, it might help, if you have a pre-recorded intro that you just slap onto the beginning of everything.
That's what I did last time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't. Well, you just kind of slapped it like a minute into the thing.
Yeah. I was a little thrown off by that.
But it was funny at the same time because I knew it was happening.
Oh, well.
Oh well. So I got a hot topic for you guys,
Okay.
All right.
and I noticed it today. Then I later I looked on the internet to see if I was the only one. Me and my dad were the only ones thinking it.
Okay.
All right, Brandon, and I'll have a picture for everybody who's watching for YouTube.
Okay.
I want you to look at this quarter and tell me what's different.
Tell you
Oh,
what's
boy.
different about this quarter.
Yeah.
Would it be George Washington's ponytail?
Somewhat.
Let's see here.
I want to take a look at it too.
There's certainly something different with his hair. It's the back of his head.
Okay. That it?
It says, I mean, otherwise it looks pretty.
Don't cheat.
Compare it to.
No cheat.
They're all turned backwards.
Yeah, I know. I was afraid you're going to get up and go after.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's just.
Now give it to him since he can't figure it out.
Okay.
I noticed it right away. I was like, at first I thought it was a nickel. I was like, And I was like, oh no, that is a quarter.
Is that George Washington at all?
Yeah, I thought it was an Indian.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely Washington.
All right.
They're supposed to be.
Do you notice anything?
No. I mean, not
All right.
besides anything Brandon
Here you
said.
go, guys.
Oh, okay. So he's facing the opposite
Oh,
way.
he is facing the opposite way.
And his head's bigger.
Yeah, it's smaller, or it's
Okay.
bigger in the
So-
new quarters.
So I showed Dad, and I was like, does this, like, offend you at all? Like, what is this saying? And he said it first, really, but I got the thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I kind of see the same. Look at where the "In God We Trust" are. So he's facing it, and he's facing away from it. You think that is a symbolism of America turning its back on God?
I feel like
No,
that's
I
a bit
do
of a
not.
stretch, but
I don't
It's,
think that's what it is at all.
I'm sure there are some people in our church who would look at that and say so. But to me, it just looks like they decided to do something new and different. That is wild, though. They definitely changed a lot about it. What's this here on the back?
It's an astronaut.
Oh, was it not the...
Is that the teacher who died on the Challenger? Or is that like an actual astronaut?
Is that like a state
I don't
quarter? Like,
know. I didn't know. But I definitely know it's an astronaut because the Earth is on the right-hand corner.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool. $quarter. Oh, this is Dr. Sally Ride.
oh, so that's not the normal quarter then, right?
Well,
Like, is this still the tails end of the normal ones of 2022?
No, everything's different now. Everything will have a picture. They will no longer go to these.
They won't have any standard
Nope.
tails.
Nope.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. Do you guys remember the 2020 quarters that came out?
Yeah,
One
the
of them had
bats.
a bat on it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I wanted to know what you guys thought on that. I mean, I'd say it's a stretch too, but I was
It's-
like, well,
it-
if Dad is thinking this,
You could easily
They have.
make the point. I'm sure there's just not a whole lot to back
I mean,
it
with
up.
the world, how the world is going today,
They- They tried to
it's
put.
not that far off.
Sure.
They tried to put Greendale's slogan on it, but they messed up a little bit.
Well,
Who?
it's actually supposed to be
E pluribus. No, it's E pluribus anus. I don't even know what does E pluribus unum mean.
One out of many,
Oh,
or out of
okay.
many, one is
Unum is one.
Mm-hmm.
So the Greendale flag says out of many butts.
Out of many, a butt.
Out of many a butt.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much. which is yeah, for Greendale.
It's a community thing.
Yeah, that's why I was lost this whole time that you guys were talking about. I had no clue.
Oh, you're gonna get
Actually-
a picture of it.
Yes.
Fun fact. The actual saying "E pluribus unum" is spoken by a character in Community, by a Professor Cornwallis, but he pronounces unum wrong.
Yeah.
He pronounces it unum,
Yeah.
which is the incorrect way to pronounce that word. It would be unum. Well, really unum. It'd be e pluribus unum. Nerd moment. Straight nerd moment.
What show is that off of?
How many sitcoms can we reference? As
That would
quickly
be
as possible?
all of ancient Rome, and it had well, about 1,000 seasons.
Oh.
Not counting the Byzantine Empire.
Oh, speaking of sitcoms, okay, I got my rant, but anyways.
Oh,
Okay.
we got a rant.
Do you want to do rants first?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
I have a rant that I've been saving
Oh,
Oh,
really?
boy.
specifically for the
Okay.
next time I was
Go
on the
on ahead.
podcast.
Man,
Okay.
now I feel left behind. All right, go ahead.
I don't mind if people are slow walkers. Okay. It doesn't. I couldn't care less if you like to walk slow. But if you walk slow and you're taking up the entire walking space, I have a problem with you.
Yeah.
Because you can walk slow all you want as long as I can get around you. But then it becomes a problem. Now, I had this happen at work, and this is probably... I wanted to look at this lady and go, what is wrong with you? Okay, so here's what happened. It is lunch break, okay?
Oh.
And I'm pretty close to the double doors on this day, so I'm getting in there pretty early, and there's a couple of ladies that are walking in front of me. And they're talking, and they're going pretty slow. And there's room for me to get around, and so I'm coming up, and as I'm coming up, the one lady on the right starts drifting toward me. Then she stops to talk to her friend who's going even slower. She turns around and starts talking to her. And so she had to have seen me. There's no way she didn't see me. Okay, so I'm like, okay, great, now I can get around. Well, she starts moving again and is in my way and keeps drifting. And then we're turning in, so you go out these double doors, you turn left into the lunchroom. So we're going into the lunchroom, and she's still drifting to the right while she's talking to her friend. And I'm like, I'm trying, like, there's no way she didn't see me. And she's continuing to do this. She stops a second time. Great, it's my turn to get around. She does it again. She does it again. As soon as I'm starting to get around her, she starts moving again and starts drifting toward me. She's pushing me off to the side I don't want to go. I'm trying to get to the other side and get around her. Like, I was almost like, lady, what is wrong with you? There's no way you didn't see me. I'm just trying to get around you. I'm not trying to steal you. It does
not gonna
nothing
be
to
in
you.
your way.
Yeah. It does nothing to you to actually let me get around. But there's no way she didn't see me. She was just careless, and I'm just like,
Oh,
the
that's
it's
irritating.
very
So
inconsiderate.
you had road rage walking.
I did. Well,
Road rage everywhere.
that would be an accurate statement. Road rage that happens a lot actually for me. Road rage while walking.
Well, we're also tall and have long legs,
Right.
so we move faster than most.
Right.
Walking. I mean,
And
that's just how it
it's
is.
almost impossible for us to go much slower. So that's why we need people. Look,
Yeah.
just be considerate, people. If you're a slow walker, I've got no problem with that. But if you're a slow walker and people can't get around you, you're a word I'm not going to say on this podcast.
PG podcast.
It's pick any derogatory name that starts with D.
Yeah.
And I think you fit that description. So
Oh man.
that's my rant.
Well,
Right, real quick. So the Sally Ride, she's the first American woman and the third woman to fly to space.
Oh wow.
oh, she's the first American and woman in space.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her.
Sweet. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't have a problem with her being on the back of a quarter.
I could care less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less. Does that happen?
Oh
Couldn't
yes,
ca-
couldn't
couldn't
care less.
Care less, yeah.
Couldn't.
Couldn't
Couldn't.
care less, which means you could not care any
Oh,
less
no,
than you already do.
no, I feel like I could care less.
So you do care.
I mean,
So you care at least a little bit.
See,
At least, yeah, at least
there's
a
that
little.
line where it
I
says
could care
it
less.
cares.
Not a
I'm
lot.
like
Yeah.
right there.
See, I couldn't care less is rock bottom. There's nothing below it, right? But I could care less. You care at least a little bit, you know?
That used to be
Yeah.
my absolute biggest pet peeve. It would make me so mad if
Oh,
people
it's
would say
still
I
one of
could
mine.
say it. Like, I could care less.
Well, y'all didn't say nothing until I corrected myself. Thank
Well,
you. So
I've learned
Hey,
to
it
just
well,
must
let
not
it
be
go.
that big of a
I've
pet
learned to just
peeve.
let it go.
Well, you corrected yourself
before.
before I even noticed it, so I was
Exactly.
willing to let it slide.
Well, you say could more than you say couldn't every time you use that phrase, so
I
I
do.
just don't correct you anymore.
All right, go ahead.
So my rant, was about something.
Oh,
Shoot,
no.
man.
Did I make
Well,
you
okay,
lose
I
it?
have another one. I have another one that you guys aren't really going to care about that much.
Okay.
Fantasy football. Okay, I have a pretty good team. All right, but we're in a smaller league, so everybody's teams are pretty good. So, I got these, star players in this week. I got Stephon Diggs plays for the Bills. He dropped like 40 points last year or last week. So I have him in. I have Austin Eckler, who's just an all-star running back for the Chargers right now. I have Matt Stafford, who's been doing okay this week. But I have these all-star big names. And Matt Stafford hands the ball off more than he's thrown it today. Austin Eckler's only touched the ball 3 times, and 2 of them were passes.
Oh, no.
And then they passed the ball to everybody except Diggs. I'm like, so I'm probably going to lose this week because, how do you have if one of the biggest parts of your team is this main player who's an all-star football player, why are you not using him?
Just to throw off everybody's fantasy league.
Apparently. Apparently.
That's what it seems like to me.
Also,
I
football
actually
has
saw a
been
funny TikTok about this.
about this exact thing.
Well, no. Well, kind of. But I'll let you finish.
Also, football tonight has been very weird so far. Shoot. So, the Ravens beat the Patriots, which isn't surprising, but the Patriots didn't do awful, which is surprising. The Colts beat the Chiefs for their first win of the season.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
That is insane. The Dolphins beat the Bills, which I wouldn't have thought that in a million years, but they're not too bad this year, so I guess I kind of get it. And, what was the other real big one? Hold on, let me find it. Oh, come on. What was it? Okay, the Lions almost beat the Vikings, which was the other one. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
there's
kinda
no
wild.
way that the Lions are going to beat the Vikings. But almost beat them. Right now, the Jaguars and Chargers going into this season were in a lot of people's playoffs, some people's Super Bowl.
Okay.
They are losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars,
Oh no!
29-10 right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kinda wild.
Weird day for football.
I just
The
want to
Bears
go back.
beat
I want to go
the
back to the Colts Chiefs thing because I don't follow football that much, but I know Patrick Mahomes is a pretty good. And the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl not too long ago, didn't they?
A couple years.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Um,
They're pretty good.
they are pretty good. When I was in Kansas City, I never saw anything other than Chiefs merchandise, but
Oh, right, yeah.
I saw a lot of flags, a lot of stickers. But yeah, I'm a little surprised by that because who's the Colts quarterback?
He used to play for Atlanta, I think. Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. Well,
Matt Ryan, who is worse than Carson Wentz, which is sad.
that is kind of sad. But you know, life goes on. They beat the Chiefs. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, they didn't do bad at all.
Yeah.
And they beat the Chiefs on a pass. The touchdown they got was a pass.
Yeah.
It wasn't
That's
Jonathan Taylor running it in.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of last year, that game we went to,
The Buccaneers won.
the Buccaneers game.
That was a
Colts
good game.
Colts could have pulled that one out.
Yeah,
I was rooting for them, but
that was a good game.
that was a good game. That was a good game to go to. You know.
For those wondering, Brandon is not big into football. Not as big as I am, at least.
Right.
But he enjoys watching it every now and again.
Yeah, I like
He's a
the
Colts
sport.
fan.
Yes.
I'm a big Patriots fan. I know we suck, but I'm a big Patriots fan. Max, I guess probably a Colts fan. Just 'cause of Indiana.
No. They got rid of Peyton Manning. They're the least. They're at the bottom of that poll.
Oh my goodness! Peyton Manning left.
Exactly.
His
'cause they
contract went up.
suck.
And he left.
He went to the Broncos.
Won a Super
Yeah.
Bowl there. Couldn't get one with the Colts. Denver.
That was an awesome year. I'm not gonna lie.
Who is your favorite football team? Do you have
Oh,
one?
no, I don't have
Oh,
one.
okay.
Jim Irsay owns the Colts, right?
I couldn't tell you.
I think that's his name. Jim Irsay.
I don't know. I don't know the owners' names and stuff like that.
Well, he's actually so they make an appearance in Parks and Recreation
Because
one of it takes place in Indiana in a fictional
Right.
town in Indiana, and one of the characters is a huge Colts fan. It's Chris Pratt's character. And actually they end up going to Lucas Oil like twice.
Three times.
Yeah. No, 3 times.
Yeah, I
Three
just got done
times.
finishing that.
Andrew Luck is in it.
The fullback was in it too.
What's his name?
96 or something like that.
Don't
I
have to give
can't
me a name.
remember.
No, I don't know. That's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. Anywho, those are
Yeah.
great episodes.
Good
I love
episode.
it. But they end up meeting Jim Irsay.
I've been on the floor at Lucas Stadium.
Yeah, you
have.
I haven't been inside.
It's really nice.
That's a great stadium.
It is a really nice stadium.
I figured since they have more events there than I think they either have more events there than any other football stadium or something like that. I forget what it is. There's a stat
DCI finals are there,
Yeah.
which is Drum Corps International. They're basically professional marching bands, but they
They do their.
do the finals there because they're located in Indy.
And then the finals for high school marching band. in
Yeah, of
Indiana,
course, of
obviously. But they do a lot of stuff there.
Yeah,
It's
Lucas.
a good stadium.
Yeah, it's a pretty good stadium. I've been to a couple stadiums, and that one I'd say is probably my favorite.
I think that's the only. No, okay. I've been to one other stadium, and it was the Titans Stadium when it was LP Field.
Oh, okay.
Because I went to the Notre Dame Bowl game
I see.
when they played in the Music City Bowl. So I was there. I mean, that was just an all-outdoor stadium,
Yeah.
So I mean, not a bad stadium, but it's nothing like what they have at Lucas Oil.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fully enclosed, but the top opens up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it's nice outside, they'll open the top.
Right.
Then if it starts raining or something, snowing, close the top up.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell you. I forgot. I gotta tell you about the TikTok.
Oh well.
So
yeah.
in this TikTok, it was I I think the teams were fictional, but it's a skit, and it's these two refs.
Describing their fantasy.
There was so one of them.
Have
One
you
of
watched
them.
the whole video on that?
I don't know.
There's a legit YouTube video.
Okay.
And it
was probably a clip from that, but
yes,
it's
That's
three
hilarious.
refs and two of them saw holdings. The third guy saw holdings, but he doesn't want to call it.
Yeah, Bill.
Bill. Because he's got the player in his fantasy league players over, and they're all
in it.
they're all in on it.
The coaches
playing.
are in it.
And so everybody's in on it. So then the one ref ends up like figuring out how to solve everybody's problem.
So everybody gets the maximum point.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's a hilarious
And at
video.
at the end, the guy's dad is like, "Yeah, the dad's friend, and I guess his dad is going up against him. He goes, he pulled it off, and his dad's friend goes, yeah, it's a lot better than what he did to me last week. He ejected all my players."
Oh man, I will say I had a good chuckle at that whole thing. Real,
All right. Well, Max,
My
what
rant.
is your rant?
Okay, so there's a little story behind this one.
All right.
All right, so this guy I don't know how far you guys went into last episode, but I was supposed to go up against somebody in basketball last week. This guy, this little 18-year-old, kept on hounding me and talking smack. I get there after recording. I get there even early because I was like, I don't know this place, so I want to know. Bob's North.
Okay.
So I don't know what the crowd is going to be in there, so I want to be able to get in there and get the first game. There's like 4 people in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it's like 4:30, so I'll wait till he gets here. We both agreed on 5. The man has my phone number, everything, in case something goes wrong. Haven't heard nothing. Would you believe it? I'm there till 6:30. The man still hasn't showed up, and I played 9 games with like these 4 other guys, and it wasn't even a competition.
You did tell me about that.
And so I get to work and thinking, oh, Monday, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna get onto him for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't even show up to work. I was like,
Oh, no.
holy cow. Tuesday comes by, I'm like, so then I finally get onto him. He goes, oh yeah, I had food poisoning. Get out of here. You had no food poisoning. So then Friday,
Yeah.
Thursday, we got half the night off because our supplier caught fire. And so, and we ran out of engine mounts.
Is this a common occurrence
Yes.
for you
Yes.
guys? Okay.
Well, a couple weeks ago they got to go in East Plant because one of the suppliers had a chemical spill.
Yeah.
My
So-
goodness.
so-
I wonder what the hazard pay is over at the suppliers.
Yeah, I know, right?
So then, it wasn't even a chemical spill. It was just, anyways, that's a whole nother thing. So then, Thursday night, we get out at 11:15. I instantly go to him. I said, you go home, I go home, we grab our stuff, and we get out there. You know what? Instead of meeting somewhere in the middle, I'll drive all the way out there because I'm that confident I'm going to beat you. And so I guess he had said something, and I just didn't hear him. I don't know how this all happened. I get home, I get ready, I'm about to leave. I sent him a text. I'm like, hey, I'm leaving. Get ready to get your butt whooped. He goes, oh, dude, no, I can't go. I've got uncle duties.
Uncle duties.
I was
Uncle
like,
duties.
uncle duties. I said, one, how do you have uncle duties if you were supposed to work tonight?
Yeah.
Uncle duties.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a word.
Yeah. So how does that work? So now I'm done with it. I'm going around saying I'm the winner because I'm tired of fooling around.
Yeah.
That's
So
Listen, okay.
I don't. And the thing is that the guy had my number, didn't, and he also said, yeah, I lost it. I said, dude, I gave it to you on paper. I handed it to you before you left. Why didn't you just put it in your phone right in there?
He didn't want to play.
He doesn't want to play.
Uncle duties.
He don't
Listen.
want no smoke.
Listen, okay, so Justin and I, we're uncles, right? We
are.
our only duties as uncles are really just show up to birthday parties.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes watch the
Every
boys.
once in a while.
Every once in a while, watch them. I believe I've only watched them once.
Also, same, yeah.
So it's like, if he's gonna have uncle duties, he's just gonna say, "Oh no, I have a nephew's birthday party or a niece's birthday party." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna say.
What is he going to be doing at 12 o'clock at night? Kids are supposed to be asleep.
It's also a good point. That's right. You said you got off 11:30.
Yeah.
Dude just
So
didn't want the smoke.
I told Robert, I'm like, you go around and you tell him I'm the best here because that man is not.
He wasn't ready. He couldn't put his money where his mouth was.
Oh,
Apparently not. That's
That's
hilarious.
fantastic.
but yeah, that's my rant. I
like
don't
it.
like
That's
it.
a
No,
good
if you're
one.
gonna say that you're gonna be somewhere, show up.
Yeah. Do you remember your other rant now?
No, I do not. But now I'm just checking everybody's fantasy scores because I'm mad.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go on to memes. Coming in hot.
All right, I'm good. I'm happy now.
My hands look like this. Oh, it just closed out.
You closed it out.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you hit the X. I saw it.
All right, well, let's try that again.
You
What
hit
happened?
when you went to make it bigger. You hit the X.
You did it again.
No, watch.
Okay.
So I'm making it into a different window. Over here.
Okay.
I'm going to close this one out.
Oh well, you can't
Oh,
do
what?
that. It's attached.
I think it should.
It's attached to the other.
It should have.
It exists
All right,
within the
let's
other
do
window.
this.
You can't.
My hands look like this, so hers can look like this. And if it would let me.
Oh yeah.
Don't you remember Yu-Gi-Oh? Or no,
man.
is that Yu-Gi-Oh?
That's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
that's Yu-Gi-Oh.
So people.
Yeah.
So I think that's referring to like people do actual like Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments at card shops and stuff. Like that's an actual thing.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do like Pokemon too.
Yeah. So that I thought they would have stopped doing it years ago because who knows if even the shows are still going. But I guess they still play them.
Guess they still go. It's hilarious.
That's great. So hers can look like this declined. That's so good.
When you're downloading something and it gives you an estimate time, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 6 hours, 200 years, 5 seconds, done.
It's true,
Oh
though.
man,
And
it's
it
so
hasn't
good.
gotten any better.
No.
You know, like you think with all the
No.
new phones and the processing
Yeah.
speed, the estimate is
Well,
so wrong.
In reality, it's usually only like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good.
These days are coming.
Oh no, no.
That's the worst.
See, I learned a trick
You
when
hold
I was
on
a
to
kid.
it.
You hold on to it as it's going in.
Sleeve.
I've been doing this since I was like 5. How do
Yeah,
people not
yeah.
know
Yeah,
this?
but when you're in a rush, are you going to be doing that?
100%. It's natural for me.
Oh. That's what I love.
Okay.
It's not because of the actual meme, it's because of the picture they use.
I can already see right now that there's some grammar mistakes in this one.
My mom, oh my
He
gosh.
just sighed.
You're. Oh, thank you. My mom, you're so handsome. Any girl would be lucky to have you. Me.
What is that?
I don't know. I
That's
don't.
some kind of microscopic organism, right? That is.
It looks like.
What are those things? What are those like really?
Tardigrades.
Tardigrades. Yeah, tardigrades. Is that a tardigrade or just a?
I don't know.
Oh man.
It looks like you know them. Shoot, it was a kids show.
Oh,
They weren't Teletubbies,
I thought
but-
I thought this was an NFT or something.
honey.
Bebops.
Bebops. You know what the Bebops were?
No.
Oh, well, I'll have to show you.
While you're looking that up,
Bebop.
I don't need to write it down. I'll remember it. Me at the store.
See, I always type it out. I have like 15 different notes on my phone that say Walmart at the top.
All right.
Are you sure they're called Bebops?
They got her.
Bebops, Boobops, something.
All right. So, back to Brittany Griner. I know we haven't said anything about her in weeks, but
Uh-huh.
Booba.
oh yeah.
These things. Looks like one of those.
What the heck?
How do you even know about that? That is.
That was when we were a kid.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, that was a show when we were kids.
What in the crawled out of nightmare fuel is that?
It's a booba.
I've never seen it.
No, it's a demon is what it is.
All right. They got her on some longest yards. Brittany Griner may have the opportunity to coach basketball while serving 9 years in Russian prison.
Oh man.
Real life, the longest you ever.
My dad any other time versus my dad when I bring friends over.
That's great. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad right now. Actually, I'm in season 4.
I finished it.
Yeah.
If that ain't my
I'm
future
rewatching it.
father-in-law,
Well-
I don't know what is.
Well, I'm waiting because Better Call Saul just finished. So what I'm doing is going
that
through
it
Breaking
just
Bad
finished?
again. Yeah. So then I can
I guess I need to watch
finish
that
Better
then.
Call Saul, which I'll probably end up watching Better Call Saul from the beginning because it's been a couple of years since I was watching it. But yeah, Breaking Bad, one of the best shows ever made.
I remember my rant.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Okay.
We're already done with memes, so.
So, Hulu
Uh-huh.
took Brooklyn Nine-Nine off.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
which
did it
is
really?
fine, because it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
I have Max's Peacock.
Yep.
Right? Peacock is the worst streaming service.
It really is. My issue with Peacock is this:
Why?
in order to choose it, like any other subscription-based, streaming service, you go in, you click on the show.
And then you pick the episode.
Correct.
No, you have to start the episode you're about to, start the episode that's next.
Yep.
Then go in.
Yep.
And then choose your episode.
Oh man.
And for some reason, here lately,
Oh, wait, hang on.
whenever I've clicked the home button out of Peacock or whatever, when I have a show that's halfway through,
Yeah.
and I'll come back to it, the episode will restart.
That happens too.
What?
So you're giving everybody the
Oh!
same earful I've been giving
Hold
my wife
on.
about this.
Hold
God.
on. You guys, I know the problem. You guys haven't updated it. There's a new update with it. It doesn't do that anymore. I was wondering what you guys were talking about. I was like,
See,
No,
you
yeah.
guys have to
Update for
update
it.
it. You guys have to update it.
It's on my phone right now. I can check and see.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, but it makes me so mad.
So, speaking of Peacock, Brandon,
Uh-huh.
have you
Peacock
watched...
does not have an update for it.
Well, I updated mine. It doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know why? Because you have a poor phone. That's an Android, of course. Be like an adult and buy a real phone.
Max, how much money did you spend on your phone?
Like $500,
This phone costs more than twice as much as yours.
and yet it's still better. And no,
I
I was
would
kidding. It was
not agree.
$1,500. Anyways, have you ever seen Quantum Leap?
I've not.
You should. It's a good
I've heard
show.
it's good.
So I thought they were doing a reboot, or not a reboot, just like a. How do I want to say this? What am I thinking of? It's not a
It's not like a
continuation.
direct sequel.
It's not a continuation. I'm thinking of.
It's like a.
They're just taking the idea.
Spinoff?
Spinoff.
Thank you.
There we go.
I thought it was a spinoff, but no, it really is a reboot. So.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wait, who's in the reboot?
A bunch of random people.
Because what was the name of the guy in the original? He ends up playing
Oh yes.
playing Chuck's dad and Chuck. That's how I know the guy. Scott Bakula. That's his name,
No
Scott
clue what you're talking
Bakula.
about. What is Chuck?
You've not heard of Chuck?
No, I know I've heard of Chuck. I
Yeah,
don't remember
Scott
what
Bakula.
Chuck
Yeah, that
is.
is right.
Chuck is
He's got like a...
Zachary Levi. He's
Yeah,
he's got the
a-
computer in the CIA NSA
Okay.
computer in his head.
Yeah, okay. And
It's great.
Did
Have
he
you seen
work
it?
for like a... No, I'm mixing that
He
up
worked
with
no
Superstore.
he
No,
worked
he worked in a store.
He worked at it's kind of like a Best Buy kind of
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
He worked for the equivalent of like a Geek Squad.
Yeah,
They call it the Nerd Herd.
Okay. I have seen Chuck. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Oh man, it's one of my favorites. I love it. Hannah and I were watching through it, but we did what we do with any show: is we start watching, get a good way into it, and then start a different show.
So I have a question.
Okay.
I think I'm curious for multiple shows with this.
Okay.
First one, I think we all three of us would be able to answer, and I bet we're all pretty similar. If you're trying to introduce somebody to How I Met Your Mother, one episode, what are you showing them?
I will tell you the episode that got me. How about that?
Okay, I think it's probably the one I would show people.
Ducky Tie.
Ducky Tie.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
What would you choose?
The wedding. The
Barney's wedding?
no.
Marshall and Lily's wedding.
Yeah.
Marshall and Lily's wedding.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Interesting.
Because it has all the has every quirky joke and one-liners than any of the other shows.
Yeah, but doesn't Ducky Tie have the slap in it?
Yes.
It has a slap in it, doesn't it?
Okay. Well, it also has Barney winning The Price is Right. So
That's a great episode. What do you think's Bob Barker?
that's what got Dad. That's what got
man.
Mom and Dad
It
into
gets
watching
thinks
it.
Bob
Yeah.
Barker's his dad.
Oh man,
He's just stupid good at the prices.
so stinking funny.
He mumbles the deal while
Yeah.
somebody else is saying it.
What a funny show, man.
Okay.
Wrong.
So then,
Oh man, I gotta do
Wrong.
another rewatch.
This
Wrong.
one-
Wrong. I love that. It's hilarious.
this one you wouldn't be able to answer because you haven't seen it, but Community, because
Okay.
I showed Molly and I showed her 3 episodes.
Okay.
And I want to know what your first
So
number 1 episode you're showing people.
don't start with the beginning.
Yeah, obviously, because I still can't get with it.
So I showed my wife the beginning, and she didn't care for it. What would the one episode be? That's really, really difficult to choose. So many are my favorites.
I showed her my 3 favorite episodes.
I think Modern Warfare is what I would choose.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
You really get a sense for how wacky the show is.
You do.
But the only problem is it does give away. No, I couldn't do Modern Warfare.
Right. The Jeff Britta.
The Jeff Britta thing, yeah. Because that's the whole crux of the first season. Oh, dang. Definitely don't show them the second to last episode of the entire series. That's Garrett's wedding.
Oh!
Which is one of my favorites.
favorite episodes.
It is so great. But it's
hilarious.
even the little, I can't tell. I've seen this episode I don't know how many times. I still don't know at the end if that's a bit or if
I
they
don't know.
really
I don't know.
actually made the writer come out and say, I'm the one who wrote the incest episode.
Yeah, so the second to last episode of Community is about a wedding between 2 of the students, and it turns out that they are related. And
Which
they get
they
married.
find out at the
They
wedding.
find out at the wedding. The episode, there's a clip, and it was the writer of the episode, and he said he was talking about how he wrote the episode and he really wanted to do it because he's really interested in the incest laws. And he went to the creator of the show and they said, it's all right if you do it as long as you go on screen and name yourself as the writer. And it's so funny, and I don't know if it's real or not.
I don't know, because it's almost staged like it's not. But
Yeah.
I think it's not real. But they did a very good job with it. Oh, but I don't know. Let me look.
Do you want to know what I showed Molly?
Yeah, what'd you show Molly?
The first one I showed you was that Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yes. That's
What was the first one I showed you? It was the Dungeons and Dragons one.
I can't decide if I would do one of their homage episodes or not. Oh, I know. Probably the best.
I think, no, the first episode you showed me was like the very first episode of the whole series.
Yeah.
And we were going to watch it together, but then we kind of stopped. But then the other day.
Okay,
showed
the
me
other
You showed me
day.
the paintball ones first.
I definitely. Did I show you the paintball one before I showed you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I showed her the 3 that I was getting her hooked on because we kind of fell off or whatever, and I'm like, I gotta
yeah.
get her hooked on the show. I showed her Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Remedial Chaos Theory.
That's the one. Remedial
And
Chaos
Fistful
Theory
of
is the one I would
Paintballs.
choose. Yeah. Remedial Chaos Theory is probably the best episode of Community, hands down.
It really is, and those are my 3 favorite episodes
Hands
too.
down.
I love Fistful of Paintballs.
It's
I think that's
definitely-
my favorite paintball episode.
Remedial Chaos Theory is one of my favorites. I love documentary filmmaking Redux. That's the one where they're making the commercial for Greendale, and the
I don't
and the
love
dean
that
goes
episode.
nuts.
I like it. I don't love it. I think
Oh,
the
man.
highlight of that episode is when Jeff goes crazy.
Yes.
Jeff was
When he
wearing the
thinks
bald
he's
cap. He's
actually
like,
the
I've
dean."
made bald friends.
Well, it's so good because he's like, this is so stupid. I'm just gonna ham up the dean, and he's gonna cut me the first day, and he loves it. But then once he finally gets into it, and he's like, I am the dean now. I am bald. You know, I'm. This is who I am. The dean's like, nope, you're gone.
So take the bald cap off.
That gets me every time.
That's good. It's a decent episode.
It's a farce. It's a
I
fake-
wanna go
What's the
through
one?
with Community and rank the episodes.
Like
rank
all of
every
them?
episode of
Oh man, you'd have to go like season by season.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of work, but
Yeah, season 3. Well, season 4's got some good
There-
episodes, right? So like, despite it being the gas leak
Right.
year, but one of my favorites is also Paranormal Parentage.
that's
the
the
one.
Halloween episode. I
So-
didn't like the Halloween episode. The
You didn't like
that's
that
the
one?
one where they're in Pierce's mansion.
Yes.
No, I didn't like it.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh
I don't know.
man.
I just couldn't get behind that one.
I think it's the funniest thing when Jeff tells Annie that she's gonna be a ring girl, and she
Yeah,
shows up
she
as
shows
the
up
girl
as
from the ring. Oh man.
That's good.
He's and she reads aloud Pierce's ideas for women in his book. It was something like big boobs, blonde, tennis racket,
Yeah.
question mark. Oh, he's not sure about that one. Kills me every time.
It's alright. It's alright.
Oh,
I think
the
it's-
UN one is also pretty good.
The what?
The United Nations one. I can't.
Is
think
that
of
the
it.
gas leak here?
No, that's season
Okay.
3.
Okay, I was gonna say that's not.
I actually
gas
just
leak.
watched it.
That's a good one. That's a
a
really
good
good one. Debate 109 on the same lines as the UN one. I love.
Medieval woman.
I love Debate 109.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Molly likes the names of the episodes. She thinks they're hilarious.
The names are the best part.
I think the best Halloween episode is definitely the zombie apocalypse.
The zombie one,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
You
100%.
don't like Paranormal Parenting?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a good one. Okay,
Okay.
well,
Well, that's
Actually-
all I really had on Community. Oh, did you have
actually, I
more?
think my favorite Halloween episode is the one where they're telling the stories, where Britta thinks one of them's a psychopath.
Oh, that is a good
It's kind
one.
it's kind of a, what's it called, clip show,
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. One. And some of my favorite episodes are the clip shows. Like,
Paradigms of Human Memory.
is that the one
That's
where?
the one where they
that's
have
the
a
one-
bunch of clips of stuff we've never seen.
Yes, that's the one I love. That's the one where they're constantly fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we fight about fighting. And that's the one where Troy rides in
What
on the
are you doing?
ATV, and she's like, "Troy, you can't ride that here." He's like, "Yes, I can. It's
No,
all terrain."
that's the season 3 one. The one where he
What's
comes in
that?
on the season 3 one. The one where they're the Chang Dynasty one, where they got expelled from Greendale and they go to the therapist.
That's
That one's
right.
good, too.
That's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one where.
They go to the fake therapist and he's
Yes.
like, "It's not Greendale. You went to Greendale, but it's
Yeah. Which is the one where it's the one where they're fighting, and then it goes through each time. Like they go to the Old West town.
yeah. That's Paradigms of
They're in a
Human Memory.
mental hospital because they ingested mercury, and he says,
There's reports microwave radiations.
"Yes, that's the one." And he reports radiating our testicles. Microwave background radiation, so
That's
good.
gotta be one of the best lines in the show. But I do like the clip show episodes. The bottle episodes are great.
Yeah, those are good too. Oh man, that show.
That's what's so good about Community. This is a sitcom where they have a zombie apocalypse episode. Not a fake zombie apocalypse.
No.
This was a real zombie
actually happened,
apocalypse
yeah.
that actually happened. And then they also pull off these crazy, big budget, the Floor's Lava episode,
Yeah,
the paintball
uh-huh.
episodes. But then you also have things like, what's the pin? The pin episode, the bottle episode.
Yeah, the bottle episode.
What's the first one called?
I can't remember what it's called.
Cooperative Calligraphy.
Cooperative Calligraphy.
No, that's Pierce's death episode. No.
No. Pierce's death episode. The one where that's
The theater
Oh.
episode.
or you mean the will reading
Yeah, the will
episode? That one. Oh man,
one's
that
great.
one kills me. That one made what's his name? Pedro Pascal lose it.
Yeah. That reminds me, speaking of Community, I think, and I'm pretty solid about this, alright? The movie has something to do with Troy coming back. I would almost guarantee it. It's them going and getting Troy.
So I had an idea for a movie that's sort of like that. So okay. Well, before I tell you, cooperative calligraphy.
Calligraphy, okay.
Yeah.
That's Pierce. So the pin episode.
What?
My point before we get to the movie. Sorry,
Okay,
my point
no,
was you
you're
have
good.
all these crazy episodes, like actual zombie apocalypses,
Yeah.
these big paintball things. But then you also have the pin episode, or
Yeah.
remedial chaos theory,
Right.
or Troy's 21st birthday, where they're not doing anything special.
I
with
know.
it, and it's just so good and character based.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
There's a
what
lot
they
of-
do on that show.
There's a lot of good stuff. So it is cooperative calligraphy, and then cooperative
Okay.
polygraphy is.
Okay.
So they it's kind of a reference to it.
I see.
What
about the King Queens?
No, I'm just showing you. Like I clicked it.
Oh.
Oh.
And it,
Yeah, but if you click continue watching,
No,
it just
yeah.
immediately starts playing.
that's what
Like,
I like.
if you're
though.
wanting to.
No, well, because like, if I were to, so I'm watching Breaking Bad on Netflix, I want to make sure I'm still on the right episode, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
just
all
put
I'm
it
saying.
into your my step and
Okay.
then
But yes, the Community movie. So my idea, I was like, the only way they could make a really good Community movie that'd be worth watching is if Abed is on a journey, like say, because it's what 10 years later.
Yeah.
Abed's on a journey to go find Troy. Troy never came
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, so Abed has got a. They could call it Abed's Unforgettable Journey.
Yeah.
it would be amazing.
Something along the lines of Uncontrollable Christmas episode.
Or yeah, something. Yeah,
Yeah,
Uncontrollable Journey would be
Yeah.
nice too. And on the way, he's got to go find Britta, and
Yeah.
he ends up going to Greendale, and the dean's still there, you
Right.
know, and
Jamie
up to his
Forget
old ways.
Jeff.
Jeff would be there still, of
Right.
course, with a whole new group. But it wouldn't be the same, and he'd be like, "Yeah, man, I'll go with
Yeah.
you to go find Troy." You find out that Annie's married and has a kid. I think it'd be
Married to
awesome.
Vaughn.
That would be hilarious. But I was gonna say the doc. Why am I blanking on the doctor's name?
She makes kettle corn.
Yes, yes.
The banana in the zombie episode.
Chiquita MD. we can
Pottery guy. What is
Yes.
his name?
just
I don't know.
Rich.
Rich.
Yes. So anyway, so she'd be married to Rich and have a kid, or let's see, Shirley. I don't know what Shirley would be doing.
I would like to think she's still helping the detective that's wheelchair bound down there.
Actually, that'd be pretty good. Now she's a part of the force, and that'd be pretty good. Andre's gone again. I think it'd be fantastic. So I think that would be the
Never
best
got
way,
back together.
right? Because
In season 5, they didn't, because
he left because she was spending so much time on the business.
yeah.
So Andre's still gone.
Wow, they left that open. They left that hanging open.
They left a lot of Shirley stuff hanging open, which I mean, Yvette Nicole Brown left in the last season. So.
I think the writers had troubles with Shirley.
They did have, they weren't quite sure what to do with her after she had been, you know, because there wasn't a whole lot left, honestly.
No, not really. And They couldn't write for her as organically as they could write for everybody else
Yeah.
because she was a lot different than the creators, than any of the writers. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, there's that, and they didn't know how to write for her because they couldn't relate to her experience. But at the same time, they had written, like, the majority of her character was being this sassy black mother, and once they kind of did all they could with that, there wasn't a whole lot left to do. They hadn't built much else in her that was interesting to watch. Which, I mean, I love Shirley as a character, but she's very underutilized.
Yeah.
For a lot of it. So.
Oh. Okay, we should probably get off Community because I think we're boring Max to death, and Molly's over there cracking up listening to us.
Okay, all right. We can switch off to something else. Okay. What else is another thing the three of us watched that if we were trying to get somebody
I was
into
gonna have a question on something.
Okay.
Oh, go for it.
Andor, have you guys watched it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, hold on. I would have already watched it, but my access to Disney Plus. So you know.
Oh,
Yes, I got Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna need your login.
get myself.
So, if you don't know, this is a funny story.
No,
My
I
parents. Oh, okay, yeah, my parents.
your
they
dad actually asked me what he should do.
Yeah. So
It's like,
so they
press
got
to forget my password.
They got Disney Plus for free through Verizon with their plan for a year, and then they just kept paying it through Verizon. Well, the Verizon bill was connected to their old email account that they don't use like at all. It was the
Huawei, wasn't it?
was it Huawei or was it the Insight?
Oh, I thought it was the Huawei. It could be the Insight.
I think it was the
old, it'd
Insight.
probably be Insight.
I think it was the Insight. Anyway, but they so that was connected to. It might have been the Huawei because you can't get on the Huawei anymore. So you can. They just couldn't access the email. We had something happened where it kicked us all off.
Yeah.
And then, in order for them to like reset it, they had to go into their old email. That you can't access that email anymore.
Yeah, it's an
Like
email
at all.
you cannot
That
get to.
website's not there, so they're just not paying for Disney Plus anymore.
Yeah,
I
so
guess.
they just got stuck. I did buy it,
Okay,
so I'll give you the info.
I'm gonna need that log.
Because-
Are you paying monthly or the year?
I think monthly.
Really?
Yeah. Also, She-Hulk is bad.
Really,
It gets
Oh, you
worse
not
and
seen
worse. It gets. He doesn't have
I don't
Disney
have
Plus.
Disney
right.
Plus. We
I-
literally
It gets
just
worse
talked
and
about
worse
this.
every episode.
Yeah,
This last episode really dug hard into the man hating.
yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
it's
no
trying to push
kidding.
an agenda so bad. It's
Yeah.
awful.
I know. Well, I've been listening to you guys talk about, and I've listened to videos. But Max, I've got a question. I'm curious because you don't really care for Rogue One as much as say Justin and I do. On how you think Andor's going. Do you like it or?
Andor is actually going on a pathway that isn't interrupting the rest, like the movies. Does that make sense?
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
It's honestly very good. At the very beginning, not to spoil anything, but
Yeah.
he gets into a fight, and everything I was like, he needs to do this, he needs to do this, he needs to do this. Otherwise, I already know how the rest of the season goes.
Right.
And that they did exactly what I was hoping they would do. So
Okay.
I
I'm good
almost
with it
asked
so
if it was
far.
pre or post Rogue One.
So what?
It doesn't matter.
If it's post Rogue One, they got some splaining to do. But no. So that's my issue. So you guys obviously watched Obi-Wan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had my issues with Obi-Wan.
Best one.
Not better than Mando season.
I
1.
think Mando season 1's the best, but
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the Mandalorian season
Well,
1. Not,
I think
not
it's-
a huge fan of it.
I think it's pretty good just in general. So Obi-Wan had some great, fantastic, amazing moments, and the only thing is that it was doing a little bit too much, you know. For example, like why was Obi-Wan going to capture a kidnapped Princess Leia? It just didn't need to happen. You know, they could have told pretty much the same story, mostly just kept it between his regrets with Anakin, right, and left it there. And they could have done so much with that. And he could have stayed on Tatooine. It would have been great, but they decided it had to be flashy and.
Wait, what do you mean it had to stay on Tatooine? Because that wouldn't make sense. Because that's the whole point of him staying there. If he had to, if he wanted to stay.
No,
on
but
Tatooine.
like his the idea was that he was gonna be on Tatooine for the entirety of Luke's life, right? Which I'm not saying he couldn't ever leave Tatooine at any time.
No,
but I'm
he
saying
was going in hiding.
I'm saying for the story that it has, for the story that they could have told, they didn't necessarily need that, you know?
I get it. I get what you're complaining about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked Obi-Wan. I really did. I think it's the second best. I don't think it's better than Mando Season 1. But probably better than Mando Season 2. Definitely better than Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Because Boba Fett's one of the worst things that Disney's ever made. Hate that shit.
It was not great. That's for sure.
I found it great. I liked it.
Boba Fett,
Yeah.
you're dumb.
No, because it's an actual freaking character that we've heard of. I'm getting tired of these characters that they're just making up out of the blue. Yeah, please.
Mandalorians.
Man, okay, no. I didn't say a what do you want to call them, species or whatever you want to call them. I'm talking about the actual character. The
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Cassian Andor. What are you talking about?
Those are the main characters throughout the Star Wars franchise. They are coming up with the Mando, the guy who plays Mando, the guy who is Mando.
One of the most complex and compelling characters we've seen in Star Wars, by the way.
Agreed.
Okay, well, they're just bringing it up out of the blue. There's no history on him in the comics, the books.
Okay, so they can't
That's
invent
fine.
new characters?
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, if they're gonna make shows that they want it to either relate or be involved with the movie timeline, then they need to bring characters that have already been mentioned or have or that people are familiar with.
I don't agree with that at all.
No. Why? Okay, so Mando is taking place after episode 6. So between episode 6 and episode 7. Why? What's your issue? What's your issue?
Why are they just being heard of now when hold on, I'm not done with my point.
Well, your point's not making sense, so I hope it starts.
Because nobody really saw the Mandalorians till the Clone Wars showed them in their series.
Well, what do you make of Jango and Boba Fett then?
If you think of it, Boba was not, and Jango were not technically. I mean, they were, but they weren't.
How dare you, sir?
Boba
Well, they weren't. They weren't like
Boba Fett is a Mandalorian in the
They
exact
weren't-
same way that Mando is a Mandalorian.
Well, no. They're kind of different because Mando's part of that cult, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But Jango's a Mandalorian the way Bo-Katan is a Mandalorian.
There. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Although-
the Mandalorian armor that you see right away on Boba Fett, like, I guess I don't see what you mean. Like, what's your complaint about the Mandalorians getting a show?
No, I'm not liking how they're he's the start of it, and where did Andor come from?
Rogue One.
Okay, again, couldn't care less. That is not part of the main
Yes, it is.
storyline.
But
There
it
is no. Is there a Skywalker in it? Is there?
Yes.
No. Who?
Leia.
Leia the freaking.
And Anakin.
Did he ever have any contact with them? No.
Not
doesn't-
directly.
No, that doesn't. The first episode hardly has. I mean, Anakin,
You
but
know-
it's not
you
Anakin's
know who else-
story.
You know
who else?
I
it's got?
guarantee you.
Mon Mothma. Mon freaking Mothma. Don't
look,
come at me, son. You know who it's also got? What's his name?
else?
Oh, now I'm blanking on his name.
Who else?
Bail Organa,
Oh, it does have Bail Organa.
Mr. Jimmy Smits himself.
Saw Gerrera's in it. I mean, he's become more of a thing
Yeah,
after that movie
uh-huh.
came out, but Saw Gerrera's a good connection. But it is part of the main storyline.
But some of
because
those-
it's how they got the plans for the Death Star.
I know. And the characters, creating new characters, it's gonna happen. That's probably the best way to
Right.
do it, because that's the way you're gonna tee off the least amount of people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
'Cause-
and they're not making with Mando. They're not bringing this character in where a lot of people be questioning, where is he in the sequel trilogy? He doesn't have a spot in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
He doesn't belong there. Nobody would ever think he does belong there.
Yeah.
It's not like they're making some random Jedi that's super cool and big in this era, you know? And they're like, oh, where is he?
It makes
mean,
sense
you know?
within the story.
Yeah.
And man, Rogue One's characters were just so good. Chirrut Imwe, I think, is one of my
Yeah.
favorite Star Wars characters of all time. He could
So-
have been a Jedi,
But
but he's not. He's a Guardian of the Wills instead.
even if like you have the issue with Mando, or you have, you know, making these new characters, Andor's not a new character. He's an established character. So out of the 4 shows they've made, only one of them is a new character.
Yeah.
Everybody else is established, and I mean, season 2 of The Mandalorian's a cameo fest, but they do connect it into a lot of the pre-existing Star Wars stuff we see, like Ahsoka with the Clone Wars, or
I don't get why she's having another show.
I don't
Because if
think
you
she
think
needs it.
about it, the Clone Wars is basically her show.
Yeah, I don't think she needs another show.
I don't get the point of it.
I'm fine with it. I like the character. I think she's an interesting character. But
That's another one, too. That
Ahsoka?
came out of the blue, yeah.
I don't know. That's an interesting character.
I didn't say she wasn't interesting. I was saying she's another one that just came out of the blue.
I will say,
She was never in anything else before
Yeah.
Clone Wars.
Oh,
I will-
okay, yeah, but
I will say, I have my own problem with Ahsoka. Not as a character, but just
Oh, no, I had my problems
why
with her.
does
Why is it got to be a
Anakin
woman?
have a
why
It's
did
just-
Anakin have a Padawan if he's not a Jedi?
Exactly.
yeah, he shouldn't have.
That was
It
my
just-
thing, too.
There was no point to that.
They forced Ahsoka in.
Oh yeah,
Good character, but they forced her in.
but I've not seen the Clone Wars other than that, which is, I mean, I
It's
don't
a really good
care
show.
to.
It's a fantastic show. Rebels is
I
pretty
just don't
good
have
too.
the time.
Never seen Rebels.
Rebels is pretty good.
Honestly, fellas, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I'm starting to get tired of Star Wars.
I am,
I'm getting
too.
tired of Disney.
That too. That
Disney
too.
is ruining crap.
Yeah. Okay. I will say not tired of Star Wars because I will always hold much love for the original trilogy and the prequels. But,
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just
Sorry, can we say Star Wars and Marvel? Because
Yeah.
they both dropped.
Marvel. Yeah, I'll say the Infinity Saga plus the Spider-Man movies.
Thank goodness.
And that's it.
We were about,
That's
we were
pretty
about
much
to fight.
it. I didn't care for. I mean, I kind of liked Shang-Chi. I thought it was pretty funny, and I liked the concept of the 10 rings as like a
Yeah.
as the weapons they are. I thought that was pretty cool.
Instead of the actual ring.
And I liked the villain, that it was his dad, but there was still love there.
Yes.
I think that really worked. Other than that, just it was complete crap. But
Yeah.
Really?
I agree.
Whoa.
Me and Brandon finally agree on a
Wait
movie
a
that
sec.
sucked.
On Shang-Chi, I'm not saying it's my favorite Marvel movie at all. I'm not. It's not top 10.
Well, it sure sounds like
It's
you're
not
old
top
enough
10.
to be.
yeah.
It's top 15. It has some of the best hand-to-hand fighting choreography.
Okay.
Rivaled only by Civil War.
I will say that. and
Civil War is the only one with
I
better
will say it
hand-to-hand
does
fighting.
have great hand-to-hand combat, and I really like the actor.
Not even Winter Soldier?
I can't believe I
No,
forgot
I think
the dude's
Shang-Chi has
name.
better hand-to-hand combat than Winter
No,
Soldier.
no. You put Civil War in front of, and I feel there was.
Yes. The
What?
fight at the end of Civil War, the Cap, Bucky, Iron Man fight at the end of Civil War is I'm not going to say the best end fight in a Marvel movie because it's not better than Endgame. Besides Endgame and maybe Infinity War, it's the best end fight in a Marvel movie. I love it. I'm also a very big Civil War fan. But
Civil War is really good.
that
Civil
last
War is
fight,
fantastic.
that
It's
last
pretty dang
fight
good.
down there in the bunker with just those three, where him and Bucky are tossing the shield back and forth, and Iron Man blows his arm off, and then ripping
Yeah.
parts of his armor. Fantastic.
Yeah, was I the only one who was like, now why couldn't he have used that on his shield? Because they're both made of
Vibranium.
vibranium.
He didn't. Oh yeah.
Was
Yeah,
I
I
the
don't
only
know.
one thinking that, or
I guess because he didn't rip the arm out, he broke the arm in.
yeah,
It blew the arm.
it blew.
in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it melted it.
Huh. I don't know. I never thought about that.
Hmm.
Maybe just the shield is denser. It's more dense.
Then an arm?
Well, yeah, but the arm it wasn't just straight solid vibranium down.
Yeah.
You could even see when he broke it off. When it broke off, there was like cables hanging out of it and stuff. So maybe the like outside layer just wasn't as thick as the shield. Is the only explanation I could come up with.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I didn't love. It's the Marvel movie I was most pleasantly surprised by. I thought I was gonna hate it, and I walked in and I really liked it.
I thought I would like it. I actually, before it came out, I bought the Civil War comic story, like the compilation of it.
Shang-Chi. Oh, I knew I'd love Civil War.
oh yeah.
No,
yeah.
I knew I'd love Civil War.
I was wondering where he was
Sorry, I
going
was
to.
Oh well, I was sorry. My wife texted me, so I had to respond to her.
I knew
was
I'd
a little
love
out of it
Civil
further.
War. Shang-Chi was the one I was most pleasantly surprised about.
I was more pleasantly I was pleasantly surprised by it.
And not to mention
Somewhat.
She-Hulk completely ruined
yeah.
Shang-Chi and its storyline
please.
too.
Please no. Please God no.
You think about it, I mean the things that it did to Shang-Chi now, it like the effects and everything, I mean, it's just pitiful.
See, I don't think I'm gonna hate watch She-Hulk, because I don't want them to think that, because they don't go by reviews, they go by who watches
yeah,
it.
it's not. It's,
So I'm not gonna hate watch it. I'm not gonna give it the
it's
time of
not
day
worth it.
to be worth it.
I will tell you the only reason why I'm watching it, because I'm waiting on how they're gonna introduce Daredevil. That's the only reason I'm watching
There
it.
was a
Tell me-
cameo.
Please tell me they're not reintroducing Daredevil through She-Hulk.
There's already a
Trailer.
trailer.
A clip.
Shot of Daredevil's mask in the show.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There's already a shot.
I just
Well,
haven't
does
watched.
it?
I mean,
well,
I haven't
it
watched
makes
the
sense,
original
though,
run of
because they're
Daredevil.
both lawyers.
It does.
Yeah, but that would be such a crap show. to
And
do. You know.
and I started looking
And
up.
technically, his introduction was in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That was more of a cameo.
Yeah, but
More of a cameo than a reintroduction into it. Because he's always been in the MCU. No one ever thought he wasn't in the MCU.
no.
There was just never a real direct connection.
Right. Well, I didn't know because I thought they separated all the Netflix shows. They might have just done Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't in the MCU.
It is up until a certain
Until a
point.
certain point, yeah.
It is up until like season 3 or something.
When it really goes off the rails is when it...
Yeah, right around
Like when she becomes Quake. Right?
the season. I'd say even the season before that. Because that's season 4, maybe.
Well, so season 1... The end of
season
season 1...
So season 1 is the end of season 1 is the end of Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
right? So that's when you got Bill Paxton.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
I was so excited when I was like,
Yes.
that's Bill Paxton. It really legitimized
Right.
the show for me. And then you find out that Grant's a double agent.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
I
when-
did not see Not coming.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I watched that show when it came out.
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
the first season when it came out, and
And Hannah kept her
blew
mouth
me
shut
away.
the entire time. She did
is
not let it
such a
slip.
good-
Hour and 10 minutes. Sorry.
Oh shoot! I mean, I guess we could.
No, I was just letting. I just thought I'd let you know.
It's
Because
just a
last
little
time we did
progress
this,
check.
we went to like an hour 30.
Have you seen
Pretty good.
Agents of Shield,
No.
Max? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
but
good.
but yeah, no, right around the time
There is a picture I want to show you.
there's that alien
before I-
where they get on that other planet.
Yeah.
Which is the Hydra.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I really kind of liked that storyline, but that's not it. Oh,
Liam
is that a fan
Neeson?
casting?
Liam
No, so
Neeson Galactus.
these are the actual rumors.
What?
Cillian Murphy, Doctor Doom would be fantastic.
Oh man, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig, Magneto. would be
Magneto.
great,
Daniel Craig. Oh my gosh, have you seen
I
Knives
know.
Out?
too. No.
You gotta
Knives Out,
watch
yeah.
Knives Out,
No, I've
dude.
heard about it.
So
What-
good.
what-
They're coming out with another one. What?
Did it win an award?
It probably. Well, okay. So here's the thing. It's Ryan Johnson. Okay, but hold on. I say that.
Win me over.
Other than The Last Jedi, I think there's another Ryan Johnson movie I've watched. Looper.
Looper, okay.
That's Ryan
Looper's
Johnson
great.
as well. So other than The Last Jedi, I think I've more liked what he's done than not. Which I kind of have a defense for The Last Jedi, but I'm not gonna get into that here. Despite the fact that it's just a crap Star Wars movie. But Knives Out is really good. They're coming out with the second one. I don't know if it's technically a sequel or if it's just within the series, you know. But it's got Daniel Craig's coming back for it. He plays a detective called Benoit Blanc. It's kind of an homage to Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, which is Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile. They made movies for that, and Kenneth Branagh plays in them, and those
Okay.
are pretty good too.
I've
But
seen the Murder on the Orient Express one.
yeah, so they did the if you liked Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile is what it's called. It's
Okay.
got Gal Gadot in it. It's got
Man.
it's got
Molly just audibly said "ope" when
yeah,
you said
so
Gal
it's-
Gadot because she knows I'm watching
yes,
it.
you absolutely. If anyone, you would love that film. She's great in it. Yeah, so I recommend those. But Knives Out is amazing.
Death on the Nile.
And then they've got one coming out in November, I think. Hannah and I are super excited for it. It's called Glass Onion, a Knives Out story. The trailer is so good. It's gonna have Dave Bautista in it.
Ooh, I like Dave
I
Bautista.
know, me too. Me too. He's the Beast Raban in Dune.
Dave Bautista is my second favorite stupidly massive actor. Behind
guess the
Terry
first is-
Crews.
Oh,
Love Terry Crews.
I thought you were gonna say The Rock.
Me too.
No, I thought Terry Crews is number one.
I do love Terry Crews. Terry Crews is just an all-around
I would
amazing guy.
Leave Molly for that man. I think he's liberal.
All right.
I think he's
well,
I
just
don't know.
so there's that.
PG.
I think he's liberal, so there's that, and I can get around it.
Have
But he's
you
a
guys-
nice dude. He's like a really good dude.
You guys have seen White Chicks, right?
Yeah. He's hilarious.
He's so good, and he owns that song.
So, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I know you haven't watched it yet.
I need to watch it.
You haven't watched it?
character-
Wow.
The
I'm just
character
gonna-
of Terry.
I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it.
The character of Terry in that is
Yeah.
played by Terry Crews.
Yes.
He was not originally supposed to play that character.
Really?
I think he was going to play
So,
Holt,
yeah.
but then Andre Brower got the role, and they're like, "Well, we really want you in this show, Terry Crews."
So
And
they
he's
kinda-
like, "Okay," and they're like, "We'll make a character, name him Terry, and you can just be you."
I love that. So that's kind of what they did with The Office.
Yeah.
When they were filling out people in the background. So the lady who plays Phyllis, her name is Phyllis
Yeah,
Smith.
same with Creed.
She
right?
was a
Yeah,
so
Creed.
she was a what's it called? Casting director's assistant. So Allison Jones is the casting director, but she worked with Allison Jones. So they needed people to fill in. And so they just put her in. They're like, your name's Phyllis, and there you go. You're just going to be you. Well, then she ends up being a whole character.
Yeah.
You know, they did the same with Paul Lieberstein, who plays Toby.
Oh, yeah.
And Ryan, who's played by B.J. Novak.
Yeah, he was one
And,
the
of course,
writers.
Mindy Kaling as well, who
Yeah.
was also a writer. And so they just stuck. So if you notice, so you guys know the annex in the office, right?
Yeah.
It's that back area where you have to go back to actually get there. You know why that's there.
No.
So in case you didn't see Paul Lieberstein, in case you didn't see Toby, Ryan, or Kelly, you wouldn't think anything of it because they would be writing.
Oh.
They needed to have a way to have them off
Oh, that's
screen.
smart.
For writing purposes. So if they were in the annex, then if they never went to the annex, you wouldn't know that they weren't there.
That's smart.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Okay.
that show is so good.
But bite the bullet. Watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I will. I'll bite the bullet. I love Terry Crews.
He makes it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally the two that make the show for me.
Yeah.
Is Terry Crews and obviously Andy Samberg.
Do you like anything The Rock has been in? Do you like The Rock typically?
I do enjoy The Rock.
I will say this: I like it when he's with Kevin Hart
They're great
because
together.
They are
that
great.
chemistry is.
Central Intelligence,
Central Intelligence
was
is
so,
so
funny.
funny.
That was so good. But he's in a movie with Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot
Oh,
on
it's
Netflix.
called. It's called
Red
Red
Notice.
Red Notice.
That's a
I haven't
fantastic movie.
seen. I've seen part
Watch
of
it.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
I've seen
Watch
part
Watch
of
it.
it.
It's
We
pretty
watched
good.
part of it in her cousin's home theater.
It's pretty good. I was not
Red
expecting.
Notice. We did.
I was not expecting it to go the directions that it
Oh
did.
well, you know when you have Ryan Reynolds, it's always gonna have one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, man.
what's the one where he plays where he goes back in time to save himself or something like
The
that?
Adam Project. The Adam.
I didn't think that was gonna
Did
be
you
as
watch
good
that one?
No.
Oh,
Dude,
I watched
that's
it.
hilarious too.
Hannah
Just
and I watched
it's
it. We
literally
loved
having
it.
two Ryan Reynolds on one screen.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It was good. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's got Zoe Saldana's in it as well,
Oh,
right?
So is that the guy that plays Hulk?
Gamora.
Oh. I don't know
From
about that, but
Guardians
it's got.
Zoe Saldana.
Oh.
I think she's in the Adam Project.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I definitely know that the guy who plays Hulk is in it. Oh my gosh.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, thank you.
Mark Ruffalo was in it?
Yeah, he's the dad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, his love in the future, I think, is Zoe Saldana.
That's right. Yes,
if I
now I do
correctly.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yes, and she
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I wasn't
Not
listening.
Oh man. It's
All right.
Yeah, we do really need to wrap up.
Yeah,
Pushing
probably.
Hour 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Max has got somewhere to be.
I got
1
somewhere to
minute.
be.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, guys, thank y'all for listening. Sorry
Thanks,
it was a
Brandon, for
little
coming
long.
back.
Of course.
Hopefully,
Anytime,
we'll see
guys.
you back on the 50th, which will be 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, I can be here for the 50th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
If
As
you
long
want.
as we don't miss any more episodes.
Plan on having like a
Justin.
whole super episode, get as many people in as you can.
Yeah, actually,
I think so.
that
like,
is
we
the
might,
plan.
like,
That'd be
I don't think
fantastic.
you'll be on the whole, like, during the whole episode.
Okay.
But, like, we might do, like, part. I haven't read it. I didn't know how Max would want to do it. I figured we do, like,
Yes, please tell me now.
like more of, like,
Before I get everything planned.
kind of like a clip show thing. Like, we have, like, everybody, like, a whole bunch of people in the room or whatever. But then, like, maybe a couple at a time or one at a time or something.
Okay.
Come up, we talk to you
That'd be
guys,
pretty
and then
cool.
You can kind of go fade into the background and yell stuff from the audience.
Oh my gosh! Should I tell you? So this was a couple of years ago. This is just the quick aside. So my favorite podcast is a podcast called The Sci-Fi Christian.
Oh,
Okay,
never
shout
heard
out,
that one before.
shout out Ben and Matt. So Justin obviously knows about this. But they did for their 500th episode. They did an episode on like a Google Hangout, and so they would just talk. They would pick somebody at random and talk to them. I think there was like 11 of us that got on and were on the episode. But I was in college and my equipment kept cutting out, so I wasn't able to like actually speak to them as much. But they talked to me. I'm in the episode. If you can go and listen to it, and I'm just like, this is
I
so
remember.
cool. I know.
I remember how excited you were about it.
Oh man, I was so pumped. Well, I'm friends with one of the guys on Facebook now, and he comments and likes my stuff every now and then. So yeah, I mean, they're not really celebrities, but they are to me. So I get super excited thinking about it. So anyway,
All right.
Yeah, a super episode would be pretty cool. I can't wait. And
Yeah.
congratulations, by the way, on your
Thank you.
anniversary.
Coming up.
Yeah, coming up.
I don't know. There's still 4 more episodes they can just derail real quick.
Well, regardless of your status of 50 episodes or not, you've made it at
We
least
have
a
made
year.
it.
Yeah.
You know,
It
that's
has
that.
been.
in and
Last,
of
and I
itself
forgot
is
to mention
an
it. Last
accomplishment.
week was actually our year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't even
Anniversary.
here for
So
it.
yeah, you guys, that
Well,
I
I
mean,
didn't even notice it.
that's pretty good. That's pretty cool, guys. I will say I'm pretty impressed. So
All right. Well, we're going to get off here, and y'all have a good week. And
Yes.
hopefully the 3 of us would be on here next week. I sure
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah, hopefully.
You know
truck's
what?
good.
We'll just do this. I'll tie both of them up and bring them both here.
Well, my truck's good now. I'm not getting into that. We don't have time.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thank you
gosh.
guys for listening. Please have a great week. Hope to see you back next weekend.
Later, guys.